Hey, what's up everybody? This is the Clowns bringing you a second video. Alright, so before I get into this one, I just want to do a quick recap of my first video. In my first video, I tried to emphasize the importance of learning how to walk around the map and using obstacles to your advantage. Alright, so that sounds good and everything, but what good is that if you cannot find the enemy? Okay, so that brings me to this video. What you're going to be watching is just another generic Moab gameplay of mine, and I'm going to try to coordinate my talk with the video so I can show you some examples. Otherwise, try to listen to what I'm saying and you can rewatch the video and you'll see what I'm talking about by replaying it. Okay, so the first tip that I have is learning how to use your mini-map. Okay, so the most important thing is many people think that this mini-map is such an advantage. Well, from experience, it can be quite the disadvantage. And the reasoning behind this is it can distract you. If you're spending too much time looking at it when there's a UAV active or recon's active, or anything that's displaying the location of the enemy, when you're looking at that, you're not paying attention to your screen. And as I mentioned in my first video, or I believe I did, there's a perk called Assassin. And if they have Assassin, especially Assassin Pro, they will be invisible to such things as UAV and other equipment. So you'll be paying attention to one dot, and another dot could come around the corner and catch you off guard. So here's a tip that I have to avoid this. What you want to use your map as is basically like a compass. You want to look at it, take a quick glance, see where your teammates are, and now once you know that, everywhere your teammates are not, act like there's an enemy. Expect enemies to be there. Okay, so once you get that, all you do, look at your map, see where your teammates are, see where your teammates aren't, and just make your way towards those vacant spots where nobody is, and I almost guarantee most of the time you will find action. Alright, so now on your way to action, how far do you want to get? Like, do you want to run right until you're in the middle of the team? My advice, no you don't. Because when you get in that spawn, odds are you're going to get caught by someone because you're running into 4 or 5 people, maybe more. Alright, so the way that I learned to avoid this, you want to progress with caution anywhere you go. As you can see here, everywhere I go, I am checking my corners, I am taking that quick second to zoom in, preparing for anyone to be around any corner. And once you get to a safe spot, anywhere with decent cover, anywhere where you believe you're going to get that spawn trap, so you're going to be close enough to their spawn that they're going to be trying to funnel out, you want to hold your ground. You want to grab an obstacle, you want to grab cover, and you want to take those few seconds just to staple your position there. If a guy or two is coming, you're ready, you can take him down, and then you can push. Because what's going to happen is when you kill those 1 or 2, I only play TDM, so you kill 1 or 2 on a team of 6, alright, what that means is, let's estimate there's probably 1 guy camping in a corner, and odds are there's probably 1 or 2 on the other end of the map trying to push the other way against your team. So effectively that means you have 1 guy probably blocking your way now. So you can probably push that, beat him in the gunfight, do whatever you need to, and then push through, get behind them, do the flank, and get those kills that you really want. Alright, now I'm going to talk about using your team, because I'm sure we all experience times where we expect our team to have our back when we're watching one way. Odds are this isn't going to happen because, well, people are different and they're unpredictable. So the way that I learned to use my team in a way that's beneficial is, again, on the mini-map. What you want to do is you want to keep in mind where your teammates are. And what will happen is you will see that arrow disappear. And basically what that means is when you see that arrow drop and when you see that arrow get in a fight, each teammate on your radar is basically acting like a motion sensor for you. Although they're not pinpointing the enemy location, you're getting that general vicinity of where the heat is and where the action's going down, and you can approach it from whatever angle you want to get that advantage you need to win. Alright, so now another difficulty that I used to have and I see people having is knowing how to move with your team. You see a lot of teams that are flocking in all together too close, and what that does is that puts you at risk. Because let's say you have 2 people running right behind each other, or you have them running side by side, and you get in a firefight. Well, the dude that you're fighting now has a better chance of killing one of you because you're so close together that he can effectively spray and just hit more targets. So the way that you can reduce this is when you're following your teammates, you want to stay about to a 45-degree angle if you can, and a little bit back, and that should prevent those random grenades, those random semtexes, that inaccurate fire from the enemy from killing you. And if you can't do that, and let's say you're right behind your teammate and you anticipate that when you turn the corner you might get in a fight, what you want to do is you want to lay down. So what will happen is your teammate will turn the corner, they'll shoot him most likely in the upper torso, head area, and because you're prone, you'll have the chance to recover the kill and then move on without taking any damage. Alright, so although it can be expensive, another big tip is looking into a headset. And the reason that I'm suggesting this is the majority of my gaming I did without a headset, and it wasn't until that I got a headset, and right now I'm using the Turtle Beach, that I realized just how beneficial the game sounds can be. With a headset you can fully hear footsteps, you can hear based on texture, so if it's steel, if it's concrete, if it's wood, you'll be able to discern where they're walking, and that will basically again act like more of a motion sensor for you, giving you a jump on the enemy before they even know you're there. If you can't get a headset, that's okay. Like I said, I played majority of my gaming without a headset, and then what I would suggest is try to eliminate distractions. So gaming with music, as fun as it is, it's a disadvantage because you won't hear them breaking their legs, you won't hear those fail knifes, you won't hear all those extra game sounds that you could be using to your advantage. So what you want is no distractions. You want to be able to listen to your game fully and effectively, and that should work to your benefit. Alright, so now that you kind of know how to find the enemy, I want to go into when you should advance. So after you hold that position and you're feeling pretty good about it and you want to push up, I have a few tips on when you should do so and how to make it more safe for you and improving your ability to stay alive while taking down the enemy. Alright, so the first thing is you don't want to be the first guy if you don't have to. If you're chilling somewhere and you see a teammate who you see on the minimap and your quick glance is about to push through that area, then what you want to do is you want to let them go out first, because what that guy's going to do is he's going to show you first of all where the campers are, and most effectively he's going to be the one eating up the damage for you, so you can get out, use your accuracy, and pinpoint the enemies, take them down, and hopefully save him and allow you both to push through and take the point. Alright, so knowing when your area is safe, what I found is really effective for knowing when you've done your job and that area is clear. Let's say you get to a point, you're holding it down, you get a few kills, and then you see a teammate spawn. That generally means there's no enemies in the area, and then you can just push through if you want. Alright, the final tip, be patient. If you know that they're holding a point or they're about to push through an area, don't be the first to run through. Let them make the mistake. If you let them make the mistake, I guarantee you will be laughing in the end. You'll have kills like you wouldn't believe. Alright, so I hope these tips helped a lot. Expect more videos. I'm going to be doing 1 or 2 a week, each addressing different aspects of the game. Let me know your comments on the video, commentary, so on and so forth, so we can improve. We're here to make you happy. Have a good day. Happy gaming. See you later.